Just gonna take a second to load up the game here. How's the audio doing? Have we got it right this time? Okay, I think everything seems about good. So, and yeah, I didn't want to have to explain this. I was hoping that everything would sort of be aligned perfectly and I could just pretend that nothing bad happened at all. But yeah, in a world covered with endless water. No, but basically, I kind of screwed up the last stream that I did of this game, and yeah, I had myself on mute for like 2 hours, which kind of sucks. It was, you know, some fun times, an interesting part of the game. I
Good luck.
I don't know. I thought got some decent commentary, and I kind of wanted to redo like that whole 2 hour segment. Except I couldn't really get that progress back. So you can see basically what I did is, yeah, this is the old save where we had, yeah, 2 hours of muted streaming commentary and all of that. And then so what I did is I actually went back and I played up to the point I was at the start of the previous stream. So I'm basically, yeah, just going to be redoing all of the stuff that I did in that one stream where I was muted. And so yeah, and actually, if you're curious, I actually did a little stream over on YouTube where I sort of got all of my progress back and made this little save file here. Actually, I was thinking like, oh, I made really good time because, you know, we did 5 hours of progress in 2 hours. But actually, now that I think of it, you know, since we played 2 hours muted on this one, it's actually more like 3 hours of progress in 2 hours. So I guess it's not that impressive. But nevertheless, it did go smoothly and well, I think. So yeah, and then the question is, yeah, what do we need to do to sort of recapture all of the lost progress from the muted stream? So actually, first thing we need to do is to get some talent for this girl's painting right here. Oh, did we not pick up the talent already? Okay, I guess we're gonna have to go and do that then, I guess. Could have sworn that I picked that up in the yeah, the recovery stream, but okay, I guess we'll just, yeah, be going through here to see all of the stuff that we that I forgot to get back when I made my little sort of recovery save file. So yeah, we're gonna have to head back to the Apple Market here to pick that. Oh yeah, apparently on my first playthrough, I missed a random garbage pail in downtown right here. Can't remember if I talked to all these people or not on the last like proper stream. I'm completely disoriented now too. I'm going in the wrong direction. How are the audio levels? I'm gonna be paranoid about this like the entire time now. Or I think we're going fine. By all means, let me know if the audio is muted again, even though you won't actually be able to hear it if it is. But yeah, there was something I discovered on one of the previous streams I did of this game. So yeah, all the houses that look the same have the same. So I think I showed it off in one of the previous streams where it's like in the uptown area, some of the houses will say different things about you if you listen in on them. And it turns out that some of the houses downtown have stuff to say as well. Oh yeah, Jim was that big kid in the yellow shirt. But yeah, some of the houses here downtown actually have things to say also. I think I actually talked about this before too. Yeah, or actually no, that was on the muted stream. That's right. The mayor's not bad. She's like maybe top 3 in the town. I'd say museum curator probably number 1. But yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like some places have something to say and some of them don't. So it's like, do they really expect us to like waste all this time running around checking all the houses to see which ones just have pieces of paper on the door and which ones have voices inside? And of course the answer is yes, they do expect that, and of course the answer is yes, we are going to. Yep, worthwhile NPC dialogue right there. I'm glad that we got to listen in on that. Right, actually, maybe that's the trick. Maybe it's just all the greenhouses where they've got something to say. So yeah, I don't know what's up with this sign right here. Are they saying don't kick the pigs or don't kick the ducks or whatever that is? The chickens? Can't really tell. You can actually kick some pigs in the sequel. It's actually a good way to turn your armor dark if that's what you want. And God, and then the question is, do the NPCs in the houses say different things over the course of the game? That might be a bit too much thoroughness, even for my kind of playthroughs that I like to do. Oh, hey, that actually sounds like a good time. I would totally been down for a good horseshoe pitching minigame in this game. Anyway, so yeah, so there was a garbage pail in town that I apparently forgot to pick up the last time around, and I accidentally sort of ended up finding it on my sort of progress recovery stream playthrough. And so as a result, we actually have a vacuum arm that we did not have at the start of the last stream. So that's the one extra thing that we have going for us this time around. Oh yeah, and I have a ton of extra money too, since I decided not to upgrade some of the special weapons that we just sort of sunk money into, and was a complete waste basically the first time around, since we used each of those weapons like basically once just to show them off. Ooh, we can't afford Kevlar right now. Oh yeah, that's right, we wanted to come here anyways, because we need some parts for the next mission. Because yeah, next mission's a bit of a doozy. There's, yeah, some tricky stuff to deal with on the boat mission. So yeah, we actually definitely... Or, do we need to refill our canteen? I don't remember if I used it up or not. Yeah, looks like we're still good on the canteen. And yeah, with all that shopping, I no longer have enough to afford the Kevlar armor. Now, which place was it? I think it was this one. There we go, red chalk. But yeah, she doesn't have chalk, but she has lipstick. I don't know why anyone would think, like, oh, we've got to find some red for the lady's painting. I guess we'd better go to the clothing shop and get some lipstick from the owner there. It's like, really, you've just kind of got to talk to every NPC in town to figure out what to do here. I mean, it's not really a huge deal. Like, the museum subquest is not required to progress through the game or anything. And frankly, there's like no benefit to most of it anyways until the very end. So unless you find the red lipstick for the lady and get all of the, like, what, 8 or 10 different items for the museum, then there's basically no reason to do the whole entire subquest. Is basically worthless unless you do the whole thing. It's kind of all or nothing, and there's a lot of stuff you need to collect to get the benefit out of it. Was there anything else we needed to do? I actually wrote down like a little checklist of like stuff that needs to get done. Went to the junk store. Oh yeah, there was one other thing I wanted to check. We can actually get Roll to shuttle us around and make this a little bit easier. There's actually some subquests you can activate. Basically, if you visit the police station periodically. Okay, here's the thing that we gotta check now, is are we actually streaming on Twitch? Because that was the mistake that we made last time, so after I did my stream on YouTube to get my progress back for Mega Man Legends, I did a stream the next day on doing a Chrono Trigger stream, getting some of those New Game Plus endings that we've been doing, and I forgot to switch, in OBS, I forgot to switch the stream URL back from YouTube back to Twitch. So I ended up streaming to YouTube again, so I don't know if anyone's been following that. I mean, the VODs are all up on YouTube anyways, so it doesn't matter. Like, it's the same thing either way over on YouTube with the VOD archive. But I don't know if anyone's been somehow, for some reason, watching the VODs on Twitch here. The ones for the last Chronos Trigger stream are not here on Twitch. They're only on YouTube. So I guess that's the one difference. But yeah, we're going to check the police station to see... Oh yeah, and you can see they're rebuilding that one house that got trashed. Oh yeah, actually I should say... So yeah, since this is a new save file... yeah, we actually did a little bit better on the whole sort of town defense set of missions way back at the start. I very nearly managed to get through the whole thing without losing a building. As you can see, we actually saved the bank this time, so I didn't have... That's the other reason why we have so much more money, is because I had to spend a lot less to repair the buildings in town. And you might have noticed that in the downtown area, none of the buildings there got destroyed either. Yeah, luckily, yeah, luck had everything to do with it. It's not like it was my hard work and gaming skill. That's the reason that you get to keep your bank open or anything. Yeah, I don't know how many people are like as into the... I don't know, just like the town and the NPCs and stuff in this game as I am. I find like the whole setting, like just as I've been saying this whole time, very, very charming. So I am kind of like even back in the day, my first time before I knew that I loved this game. Like even my first time through, I was kind of compelled forward to like check out the town and see what all the NPCs had to say and stuff like that. Good grief. I bet... I can't remember... This is going to be a consistent problem where I can't remember if I said stuff on the muted stream or if I said it on a previous stream, but whatever. I'm going to say it again anyways. I know which servbot was responsible for that. There is a particular servbot who's, yeah, totally into the panty stealing and all of that. We'll meet him eventually when I someday end up streaming Misadventures of Tron Bon. Okay, do you have anything for us, Inspector? Okay, so he's got nothing for us now, but that bit of dialogue right there is sort of your hint to let you know that there's stuff to do here, eventually, later on. So anyways, yeah, this was kind of a bust right here. But whatever, now we know. Okay, and I think that's about it. I think we're like basically ready to go to the next mission. Oh yeah, that's right. We need to get the museum lady her lipstick as well. And then after that, we'll be ready to go into the boat mission.
Oh, you're back. Hmm? What's that? Hey, could I borrow that for a second?
And yeah, so like even the art lady is like, oh, lipstick. That's basically the same thing as like paint, right?
That's it. That's perfect.
It's like, you know, maybe Mega Man is enough of a dipshit to be like, oh, lipstick. That's like
so
basically
much.
the same thing as like, you know,
look at
art
the
supply,
time. I bet
paint,
you
right? And actually, I say Mega Man is a clueless dipshit. For all I know, it is. Like, for all I know, lipstick and like oil paint are like literally the same thing, the same chemical composition. For all I fucking know, so yeah, museum lady would know more than I would. Being both an artist and a lady, because I don't. That's like 2 counts of ignorance right there on my part. I don't know shit about lipstick, and I don't know shit about painting. Although with that said, I'm actually we're actually going to do this. I'm going to examine some of these paintings in a second here. But before that, we're going to go up and say hi to Museum Lady. I don't think she ever gives
Hi
a
there.
name.
Thanks for helping me.
She's
out
just
before.
Museum Lady forever.
Thanks to you, I was able to finish my painting.
Might as well
painted
could her name could be Hippopotamus, for all
My
I know.
real job is here, working as the curator. Why don't you take a look around? I know there's not much here, but wait, you're a digger, aren't you? If you find anything
Yeah, so this
interesting
is the
in one of your
museum
digs,
subquest proper, where you
could you bring
basically
it here
just
and show it
find
to me?
random pieces of junk and give them
It's
to her,
really
and
good
then
I
if you
could
give her
display
enough
it
junk,
here.
she'll give
You
you...
will? Great.
I don't even
thanks.
remember. It's like some random other piece of junk. That's actually... Oh yeah, and you can see her completed painting up here too. And yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit different than before. It actually has a bit of red in it. It's not quite the same shade of red as like the hospital sign and all of that outside, though. Actually, if we go up here, can we... Okay, it doesn't say anything if you try to examine the painting. Also, does she say anything different if you talk to her from back here? Looks like no,
What's
but
that you've
we need
got
to talk to
there?
her to turn in this stuff anyways.
It looks like a bone or something.
And yeah, this is the sort of thing where you gotta turn in
A lot
every
of the
piece
people
one
who
at a
come here are
time.
into strange things like this. Doesn't look
So yeah,
like
we're gonna
much,
be seeing a
but
lot
if
of
you
her
want,
in the
I can
next
display
couple
it here.
minutes.
I'll call it an ancient digging tool. What do you say?
I think I'd rather hold on to that.
What? Boy, I didn't think you were such a selfish little kid.
I don't know, her reaction there is just priceless, I think. It's like, actually, no, I'm not gonna give you this fucking thing that I, like, risked life and limb down in the ruins to find. Yeah, I'm not just gonna give that away to you for free. Oh, you're not? You're such a selfish prick for not giving me this thing. Just for absolutely
Doesn't look
nothing.
like much, but if you...
Anyways, we've seen this already.
Thank you so much. I bet there are
And yeah,
a
she's
lot
like,
of
so,
people
oh
who
yeah,
want to see
she's
this.
so grateful now, but...
What?
So yeah, you just like, yeah, turn
Did
in
you
all of these
really
items
find
one
that
at a time.
underground? If you did, it's an incredible discovery.
As opposed to if I'd found it above ground. It's like, yeah, above ground, these things are just lying around all over the
Why
place,
don't we
but
call
if you
it
found
a
that underground,
human
whoa,
dog?
that's amazing.
It could be someone's idea of a joke, but
Oh, actually, that
Why don't
actually
we
kind of
put it
makes
on
sense if she's
display?
saying that it's like, maybe this, is this a fake? And then even then she's like, yeah, if it's like a forgery or something like that. And even then she's just like,
so
maybe it is, but I don't really give a shit.
I
I'll just
bet
take
there
it.
are a lot of people who'll come to see this.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just the cute ones are always
Oh,
crazy, it
my.
seems.
Is that a crystal fossil? Do you know what that is? Those are
No,
made
why don't you tell
when
me?
a Weaverbot's body crystallizes over the centuries. They're considered grade 3 national treasures. It would mean so much to me if you'd let me display that here. Please.
Grade 3 national treasure. You'd think that would be like worth a bit. Like, how about
Thank
I sell it to you?
so much. I bet there
You know,
are a
these
lot of
weapons
people
don't
who
upgrade
come to see
themselves, you know.
this.
Ah, well. And then, of course, yeah, that's your reward after
Where
all of
did you
this.
find
Is
that?
like just a new
That's
piece
an
of junk that you
antique
can use
shield.
to invent, I
Just
think,
like
the
that
strongest
was
weapon in the
classified
game.
as grade 2
I think the
national
shining laser,
treasures.
one of the parts for the
Some
shining
Weaverbot
laser,
was probably
is what you
using
get
it
for
to
this whole
protect itself.
subquest.
You'll let me put it on display, won't you?
And so not only do you not get any money out of all of this, but what you actually get is a part for a sub-weapon
I bet
that
there are
costs
a lot
like
of people who
millions
come
and
to see
millions of
this.
zenny to upgrade all the way. And even then costs like hundreds of
You're a
thousands to
digger,
even
right?
become useful. Okay, yeah, this is just the same shit. So as you can see, yeah, she has some junk on display already. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of like a dirty looking box, I think. Don't you think that's a dirty box? I don't know, I don't think it's that impressive. I wonder what poor sucker gave her that for free. Like, yeah, who's finding all these things around the island? Like, nobody else on the island is a competent digger. Like, who's actually finding these things underground before we got here? Okay, I'll just take your word for it. It looks like an ordinary rock with just, like, some green shit painted on it. But, yeah, sure, if it's a valuable specimen, I'll take your word for it. Every museum's gotta have a vase or two. Really? Are you sure about that? Every museum? What about a dinosaur museum? What about a Holocaust museum? Does a Holocaust museum need a vase or two? I don't know. Maybe it is. Like I said, I don't know shit about art. She's the expert, not me. And yes, that's like literally a joke that I made on my muted playthrough. That I was really sad that it didn't get in there. So I had that one on hand for when we did all of this whole sort of redo of the previous stream. Wait, animal bone? That looks, and this just feels so dirty. I'm like really, like I'm basically just rehashing all of the stuff that I said on the previous stream where I was muted. And it just feels wrong to be like repeating myself like this, even though I know nobody actually heard me the first time. Whatever, we'll do it anyways. Like they say it's animal bone, but like it's metal, right? Like that's obviously metal. It's even got like the Reaverbot symbol on it. Like I don't know, are animals just like not just Reaverbots, but like are animals in general in this world just like made of metal and like robot parts in general? As it turns out, they might well be, because I think we find out in the sequel that like the humans in the world of Mega Man Legends aren't actually proper humans. They're like androids, essentially, or like artificial creations of this being called the Master. After basically the original humanity was wiped out more or less at the end of Mega Man Zero. That's we'll get into all that shit because it gets like stupid complicated the way that the story, like the history of this game, like or the world of this game ties into the previous Mega Man games. It gets a bit convoluted, I think, in Mega Man Legends 2. I don't even think I could adequately explain like what's supposed to be going on here. With just the way that like Mega Man X and Mega Man Zero lead in to Mega Man Legends. So I think I'm just gonna save that discussion for Mega Man Legends 2 when I've had a bit more time to think of it. I don't know why they think it's modeled after a human. Like there are Reaverbots that basically look like this, right? Like this is just like one of those little like roly dudes that spit the bombs, only with like a smaller body and a smaller head. I don't know. Actually, I guess the symbol on... Yeah, I guess that little circle on the bone actually doesn't look much like a Reaverbot eye at all, does it? But anyways, the point of that digression was just... I'm just saying that the people, like the humans, the so-called humans in the world of Mega Man Legends are like basically robots to begin with. It's just you don't find out about it until the end of Mega Man Legends 2. And so it's like maybe that's the case with the animals too. Maybe this is like literally like an actual animal bone in the world of Mega Man Legends. Oh yeah, and as you can see, not only do you populate the sort of the museum here with like these different treasures that you find, but also, yeah, as this guy says, more people sort of pile in to the exhibition room. And actually, as I recall, that's actually how you'll that's actually how you get the item, like your reward from this quest in the end. Anyways, you don't actually get it as a reward from the museum curator. It's that the exhibits that you find for the museum attract a new NPC who gives you like a random item, like a random piece of junk that she has lying around. Anyways, I'm actually gonna check out some of the stuff they have in the lower area down here too. It's actually some somewhat interesting stuff. So I actually referenced this guy a little bit earlier. It turns out that he will end up dating that girl by the end of the game. Although the girl, it turns out, isn't really a girl anymore. That doesn't sound right. She's like a grown woman now. Like she says, the painting was made 20 years ago. And so if you actually look at it, like the orange dress and like the white like bonnet over the bun, that's actually like a younger version of like the big like kind of plump middle-aged housewife character model that you see around. In fact, I think there's one of them upstairs that we saw just a second ago. Yeah, so you see there's like this NPC model, but the one with the orange dress. And so that painting downstairs is actually just like a painting of that NPC just like 20 years earlier. And she was actually, yeah, like this guy notices, kind of cute back in the day. Yeah, like I said, she would have been like, yeah, top 3 in the town easily. Something out of it. Yes, it does. Why don't you explain to me like what it actually is? I think it's supposed to be like just a sculpture or something. Oh, yeah, so this right here. It's yeah, blue kid in blue armor fighting yeah, frightening monster with Reaverbot eyes all over the place. I don't know what she's referring to about the thing that looks like an eye. Like there's like a dozen eyes like scattered throughout the picture. Like you can see they're like at the top and at the bottom. I think she's probably referring to that thing, like that big thing at the right above the fireballs on the top left there. But yeah, this is, yeah, obviously like a bit of foreshadowing here and like kind of a mural depiction of the final boss, which actually they kind of ripped off this idea from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Had the same thing where it's like the background to the when you fight Knuckles has like a mural of what's basically the final boss fight in that game too. And actually, thinking of it, so it's weird. Like, why would, like, you know, like Sonic and Knuckles, why would there be a random, like, ancient painting of a blue hedgehog fighting a robot? That's just, like, I don't know. Like, I know, like, you know, prophecy and that kind of thing is, like, a thing in fiction, so it's, like, maybe, I don't know, one of, like, the ancient echidnas had a vision or something. Which it turns out they were that kind of society, if you learn in Sonic Adventures. So I guess it's not too far-fetched. Whereas in this game, because of like Mega Man's connection to the history of the world and to the Master and the old system and all that you learn in the sequel, it's actually somewhat plausible that like someone would make a painting of like Mega Man fighting Juno, which is who we'll encounter later on. It's a giant chicken. Yep, that is a giant chicken. This girl loves chickens. It is kind of, yeah, a neat little sculpture, isn't it? I'd put that in a museum if I owned a museum. Now, they say it's a painting of the marketplace, but it actually looks nothing like Apple Market, does it? I guess this is like Apple Market like 20 years ago again, or maybe even older. Okay, I thought I was going to burp there, but it didn't happen. Fantastic curation work right there, lady. Yeah, it's a black monolith. Why is this here even? She's got like the same kind of approach to this museum as the lady upstairs. It's like, I don't know what the fuck this thing is. Is it even real? Is this thing a fake? Who cares? Put it on display. And this, of course, is a map of the island. See? Map of the island right there. Oh man, I'm actually starting to feel like a little bit sick, like nauseous right now, is what that was. I thought it was a belch coming up, but now I'm actually feeling a little bit sick. I'm actually gonna, yeah, take off for just a second here. See if I can find something in the old medicine cabinet to deal with this. But yeah, back in just a second. Okay, and we're back. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but or what that is, because it's kind of persisted a little bit. I don't know. Whatever. I think I can just deal with it. We'll just play until we puke. That's how it goes, I think. You're on Twitch? Yeah, just play until I just, like, keel over and die, puking on the floor or something. That's a picture of Catalog's Island. And yeah, sure enough, as I just showed off by bringing up the map screen, it actually is a picture of the island. Although it doesn't really show, because yeah, you can see the town in the center and then the lake off to the west, which we're going to in just a second. And then there's Old Town to the east, but it's, or I guess it's just, like, maybe not visible, really. Like, maybe it's just kind of the same color as the surrounding mountains. Actually, let's check, let's see how it compares. Yeah, because, yeah, Old City right there. Yeah, it shows up clearly on the map here, but, like, you can't really see it on the map here. I don't know, maybe it's just, like, that crappy and dilapidated. Well, your house is probably, yeah, one of those red or green pixels in the center there. Or I don't know, she looks like a rich girl. Maybe she's in one of the condominiums, like over up by City Hall. Oh, I don't remember. Did I do the TV station minigames? Or actually, there's an easy way to determine that. Is just do we have the beam saber? Again, just checking to see that we're. Oh yeah, herpaderp. We still got the text up there. Yeah, we're not on break anymore. Okay. It's a good thing that I do these checks every now and again. It feels a bit like, I don't know, kind of breaks the flow of things, but I feel like it's kind of necessary with all of the mistakes and screw-ups that I tend to make. I mean, in pretty much everything in life in general, but with just my streaming setup in particular. Let's talk to Roll. Or actually, we didn't get any new, like, items or anything, right? Yeah, we got nothing. But yeah, if we go to special weapons... Because yeah, Powered Buster is what we'll want for the next mission. I just want to check and see if we have the beam... Okay, yeah, we got the blade arm right there. Because that's what you get from the TV station mini games. So yeah, I must have done that already. Like, if it seems that I should remember, like, everything that I've done on this save file, because, you know, I just made all this progress, like, 2 days ago. Yeah, so the reason I did that stream over on YouTube was because I basically kind of had a few drinks, like, more than a few drinks while I was streaming, and which I think is technically against the Twitch terms of service, so... Yeah, you're not really, because it follows on. They decide that, like, drinking excessively falls under the category of, like, self-harm or something like that. So you're not allowed to do, like, drunk streams on Twitch or anything like that. Whereas as far as I know, you can do that sort of thing on YouTube, or at least I've certainly seen, like, a good number of drunk streams over on YouTube before. So that's part of the reason. And I was feeling kind of shitty for having that whole wasted stream where I was muted and all that. And I felt kind of shitty as a result of that. So I, yeah, kind of felt the need for a drunk stream to make up the progress and make up my, yeah, I don't know, just sort of crushing disappointment at losing that stream. Okay, so yeah, we got our Powered Buster. Oh yeah, we should equip the weapons that we want for this next bit as well. So yeah, we're going to want attack power, and we're going to want range, and I think that's about it. I don't know. We'll see if our needs change in the course of the mission. We'll play it by year. That's what we'll do. Yes. Oh, that's sad. Oh yeah, and yeah, this is that NPC model I was talking about earlier. That's depicted in the painting in the museum. Oh yeah, and yeah, the boat. So yeah, the boat shop owner is like, I don't know, the reincarnation of Dr. Wily or something is maybe the idea. Like, that's not like a plot element or something. It's just that his name is Wily, and he kind of has Dr. Wily's hair. I think I talked about this guy. I think we went in here before the muted stream. Yeah, I think I already pointed out this guy. And yeah, the whole thing with the door. Oh, actually, I must not have done the thing with the door yet. Yeah, he's all like, oh, there's no boats here. Someone's gone and stole the boats. We've only got a broken boat. No use to you there. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go away from that door and just not waste my time with it then. Fucking dogs. Might have to go up there and see what's up. But, yeah, as it turns out, he just says that once if you try to go through the door, and then you just try to go through the door again, and everything is fine. And this is actually where you need to go next to advance the plot. Which is, yeah, kind of a... Or actually, no, I think I did talk about all this already on stream, because, yeah, the reason that's the first time we've seen that is because this is a new save file, but I'm pretty sure I did come here and explain all of that before. Wait, what? Oh, right, and then, yeah, you've got to talk to this guy twice, too, in order to get this. So it's like you basically got to talk to every NPC and examine every door twice. And, yeah, talk to all the NPCs twice as well to figure out what to do here.
Really good care of this boat. There.
Well, do you really think you should be doing that?
Would you look at this engine? Let's see. All we need to do is
This is a cute little scene. I like this.
and it'll be as good as new.
Whoa.
And what do you think you're doing?
Huh?
Mega Man, could you hand me a wrench?
Just a sec, Raw.
I think it would be funny if they got, like, Dr. Wily's voice actor from Mega Man 8 to do Wily's voice here, too, just for kicks, but... I don't even know that,
There we
like, they had
go,
the same
all
actors
right.
available and
Whoops.
everything between the two games.
Sorry. I don't know what came over me. I just started fixing the ship and...
You really love machines, don't you? I can tell just by looking at your face.
Well, your face. It's covered with grease.
I'm glad I could get someone as pretty as you to fix my boat for me.
I don't know. Creeping a little bit there, Wily.
You can use it anytime you want.
We'll be able to get to the island now.
That's great. Let me know when you want to go out to the island. I'll pilot the boat for you. See you later.
Okay.
So yeah, he does the thing there where he says okay without opening his mouth. So that's like an anime thing. Because in Japanese he would have said or something like that, which is like kind of a standard like acknowledgement. It's like or affirmation, agreement type of thing. You actually see that a few times in the game, because I think Tron did the same thing when she got taken up by the Servbots. After you fight her the first time, she says "right" without opening her mouth, and that I'm just guessing here. I've never actually played this game in Japanese, but I'm pretty sure that she would have said like instead of "right" in Japanese. And I don't know. That was just a random thing that I decided to comment on. Oh yeah, I haven't explained the damage shield yet, have I? Yeah, because I'm pretty sure we have actually lost our life shield at some point in the game. I just haven't actually explained how it works. Oh yeah, so this was one thing that happened on the drunk, like the progress recovery stream from YouTube. But if you go through this bit of dialogue here about the shield, Data actually gives you a shield repair just for free. You actually have a few different opportunities to get free items from Data. I think we've missed a few of them already. Is that picking up on the mic? I'm gonna have to do something about that. I'll be back in a second. Oh, and of course now he's gonna fucking shut up right after I finished typing in the message about how I'm gonna go shut up the dog. Then I was gonna put that on stream and then just go up and, yeah, silence the dog. And then he just like goes quiet right as soon as I've got all that sorted out. But anyways, yeah, we saved everything already, and we're good to go. We are good to go, right? There's nothing else that needs to be done. Buster parts look good. Right? I don't know. Do we really need the full 4 range? We could go energy 1, range 2. Because energy is kind of helpful for this fight, too. Missiles can easily kind of sneak through the gaps in your shots if you're not careful. Well, like I said, we'll just see how it goes. Okay, so yeah, like I've said, the structure to this game kind of goes like
Are you ready?
like dungeon mission, dungeon mission. So we're on like the mission cycle of the game right now. And then after we fight the bonds here on the lake, then we're gonna get another dungeon. Yeah, so this is another, yeah, little kind of, actually, no, this is the first time we've actually seen something like this. It's like a vehicle battle, so it's basically a turret section. So yeah, you've basically... Which makes it, like, harder in some ways and easier in some ways. So yeah, lock-on is, like, a really bad idea in this fight. Or I guess it's good for... Whoa! Yeah, for homing in on the enemies that you need to hit, but like the lock-on won't hit the torpedoes and missiles that you need to be shooting out of the sky. Well, actually, we got the powered buster, and we got it like the range completely maxed out. Oh, that was a good shot right there. So this is the one fight in the game where like having maximum range on the powered buster is actually like potentially helpful. Because the lake is just so big. This is like the one arena in the whole game that's actually big enough to make use of the powered busters, like maximum possible range. Are we gonna make it? Oh, not even close. Way too high. Actually, this powered buster is like one-shotting these guys too. Oh, and we even got a torpedo out of it. But yeah, the whole gimmick here is that, and this can actually be a pretty challenging fight your first time through the game. The trick is that there actually isn't that much reason to take out the submarines. Like, they don't drop Zenny or anything, and they won't actually hurt you directly. What you really want to do is take out the missiles and torpedoes that they shoot at you. And yeah, if you have like no range upgrades, then you'll basically have to shoot them right as soon as they're about to hit your boat. Is that gonna get him? Oh, he juked me! Oh, wow, that's an ace pilot servbot right there. Holy crap. Oh, yeah, and actually, these guys are the one enemy that'll actually, like, give you basically guaranteed damage unless you shoot them down in time. Behind us. Oh, shoot. Actually, it is also helpful to be able to kill those red guys when they're, like, right up close to you. It's good to be able to kill them before they get their shot off. You can time it so that you hit the torpedo right after he shoots it, but the window's pretty short. Yeah, it actually took me a few tries to get through this fight, like my very first time through the game. Like, I basically sucked at video games back then, but like I've seen other people like people doing blind playthroughs and like let's plays and streams of this game have some difficulty with this fight, so it's not really as easy as I'm maybe making it look. And actually, so after you've beaten the game, you unlock different difficulty settings. And if you play on hard mode, the ships take like twice as much damage to take down, and your own boat takes twice as much damage from enemy attacks. So this is actually like a legitimately like really challenging fight on hard mode. Unless you have your fully powered power buster here, which is kind of the ideal weapon for this whole segment. And the thing is, you can get blindsided by this on your first playthrough too, because, like, if, for example, if you're equipped for close-range combat, although I guess you can actually, yeah, you can actually swap out your buster parts here, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but not everyone's necessarily going to think of that. Oh, come on, I lead him, and then he decides that he's going to suddenly stop. There we go. Nailed him. Oh, come on. Actually, I actually want to save a little bit of weapon energy for the boss fight. Well, I heard a... Okay, I thought I heard a torpedo, but it was just the dude surfacing. This goes on for, like, quite a while, too. Like, it seems like we're... Like, it's pretty easy. Like, we've taken hardly any damage. Whoa! But actually, yeah, this whole sequence here goes on for a fair bit. It's actually kind of boring, I think. like there's just too many long stretches with nothing going on. Like, yeah, this is actually probably the one segment of the game that I like replaying the least.
Wait! I can see it on the
Although, like I said, it is a bit more interesting on hard mode, where it's actually a challenge to keep on top of all the submarines and missiles and everything.
I knew our little blue boy'd show up. I figured we'd run into him sooner
Ugh,
or later
cold
if
tea.
we waited here. Slow ahead!
Slow ahead!
Oh yeah, I didn't point it out, but you can actually see this little cave here, like during the mission. You might have noticed it as we were sort of frantically panning the camera around to try to shoot stuff. I don't know. I just think it's a neat bit of foreshadowing. In fact, I'm rarely this clever, or back in the day, I was rarely that clever. But I remember noticing that back in the day, like way back the first time I played this game. Oh yeah, and Tron's all upset that they're gonna. Yeah, it's the keys that she's worried about. Yeah, for sure. Doesn't give a shit that Mega Man's gonna be drowned. She doesn't care about him at all. It's about the keys, right? Yeah, that's it.
Thanks to him, our plans have been completely ruined. I'm gonna teach him a lesson. All right, men, let's do it.
What's wrong with me? Why should I care if that little brat dies? I shouldn't. I really shouldn't.
Yeah, the way she sort of comes around to accepting her feelings by the end of the game, and especially in Mega Man Legends 2, it's just, I don't know, really endearing. There's just like so much charm and yeah, just like a really charming and yeah, cute and whimsical game overall, I think. And some people don't really go for that. And in fact, given that that's pretty much most of the game's appeal, I can totally get how like some people who don't appreciate like that who don't appreciate art. Shout outs to Brick Road there. But yeah, people who aren't into that, like the kind of you know the anime style, those kinds of like presentations of anime-based archetypes and all of that type of stuff. Like I can get how people who don't find the story and the characters and the setting and all of that as charming as I do wouldn't like this game nearly as much as I would. Because it is, you know, like an early PS1 3D action game. One of the earliest, in fact. And frankly, even for the time, like the controls and whatnot for this game weren't great. Like Siphon Filter was released at around the same time as this game, and it's a similar type of system where it's like a heavily lock-on based combat, and you're shooting the bad guys and stuff. Oh shit, my controller! What the fuck? God damn it! Come on, do it, Mega Man. Okay, and you can see right there how that little fiasco. Because if we were, oh, and one other thing, so you have the option to fight or retreat there at the beginning. There's actually no reason not to retreat. Like, retreating just, like, sends you back to the dock, and then all of your health, all of your boat's health gets recovered for the boss fight here. So it's, like, just pure benefit. There's no reason to not retreat right there, unless you're, like, doing a speed run, or just hate wasting time and stuff. It also gives you the opportunity to save, so that you don't end up having to redo the whole boat section. The thing is, it's not exactly clear. It's like, if I retreat, will I have to redo the whole submarine fight and all of that? It's like, I don't know. And I remember I was worried about that my first time through the game. It's like, are they going to make me redo the whole lake segment? if I retreat right here. So I decided not to go through with that. I decided to go straight into the boss, and I fucking died, and I was livid afterwards.
I'm gonna have to do this, but I'll teach them to mess with the boss.
Okay. And yeah, so the thing that makes this so much harder on hard mode actually is that you can see that the big claws that this thing has actually do guaranteed damage to you. Like there's no way to avoid the damage that those things do to you. And even in the lead up to this part right here, actually, can we? Oops, come on. Yeah, even in the lead up to this fight, you can see them like they kind of like do damage to you from underneath the water. And it's just like a bunch of unavoidable damage. Oops. Banged my table there.
Status report.
And on normal mode, you can like barely even notice the damage that it does. It's like not even a pixel. Like the arms have to hit you like twice to do a pixel of damage. On hard mode though, it's like double the damage, so it's actually like a significant amount of damage that you're taking from those, and it's kind of BS. Oh, that's so great.
Abandon ship.
The background dialogue from the surf box. We can't give up yet. Oh, I just love it. I think how cute you find the surf bots is a good barometer for how much you're gonna like this game and the Mega Man Legends series in general. Because yeah, if you don't care for the surf bots, then you're probably not gonna like just like the style of this game's characters and setting and all of that.
I'm sorry, Tron. After you went to all the trouble to make us such a magnificent robot, what can I say?
Cheer up, Teasel. Don't worry. We'll go back to the ship and come up with a new plan.
Yeah.
And you can see she's like super happy. She's like got this
That's
big
the
dumb
spirit.
smile on her face
Thank
where
you.
she's super happy that they
couldn't
didn't
have
kill
asked
Mega
for a
Man
better
there.
brother and sister than you. We'll get that blue boy next time for sure.
I don't understand. Even though he got the better of us again, I don't feel the least bit angry.
I don't know. I go back and forth between Tron and Roll as far as who has the best facial expressions in the game. And yeah, as much as I've talked about, I was just talking about how the sort of basic action gameplay isn't, even for the time, wasn't great for this game. In fact, I remember this game didn't get like amazing reviews back in the day. Like like you saw like a lot of like 3 out of 5s and whatnot back then. Like this wasn't like a hugely like critically acclaimed game or anything. It's kind of what you call a bit of a cult classic. You've got like a small number of people like me who just like really got into just the story and the characters and all of that and really loved the game as a result. Although there's other stuff like about the gameplay and the structure of the game, like the sort of almost Metroidvania aspects of exploring the ruins and collecting like weapons and items and all that. The sort of exploration aspect of the game, I think, is also like really well done and compelling. And it's just sort of that, and like mixed with like the. Whoops! I actually do want to go back to town because I want to swap out my powered buster. I could have sworn that she had a like a shop on like a what do you call it? Like a support like thing on the boat where she could like fix up your weapons and stuff. But yeah, I guess we gotta go all the way back to town. Yeah, because sort of keeping with the theme and if oh wow, and actually it looks like the people all have something different to say, even like as little plot progression as we've made there. Yeah, apparently people have like new stuff to say as a result. I'm not gonna go around talking to everyone, I'm just oh yeah, and that's the same shit they said before. But yeah, what I actually want to do is, because I still want to show off all of the different weapons, so we're gonna switch to the blade arm, which is probably the most useless weapon, or one of the most useless weapons in the game. I don't know, maybe it gets good if you enhance it, But yeah, I'm certainly not going to waste... Oh yeah, so here's the vacuum arm. I guess I'll have to... I'll probably have this equipped for most of the game anyways, so we don't need to deal with that just yet. Yeah, we'll pump up the blade arm a little bit. Give it a bit of energy. Oh yeah, range is actually an important stat for this weapon too, because, yeah, it actually gets like a little beam that it shoots, and the range of that beam. So it doesn't get that beam without any range. You see it starts at range 0. So it's basically got like just very slightly more range than your basic kick. And barely any more power either, I think, unless you upgrade it. Yeah, I don't think we need to go crazy with the upgrades here, though. In fact, all of this is yeah, I don't need the next level of attack or anything. That's probably too much as it is, but whatever, we'll just go with it. And actually, the next big thing is we'll actually want to probably max out the vacuum arm. Although I guess it's not really necessary anymore. Like I've kind of figured, like, mastered the game's controls enough to the point where, as you've sort of seen throughout the playthrough, I can collect all the refractor shards that enemies drop pretty consistently. Although it is a bit of a time saver, a bit of a... in fact, I really wish that you could equip more than one special weapon. Like, even if you just had, like, one extra slot for special weapons, and so you could, like, switch between, like, maybe 2 or 3 different special weapons while you're out in the ruins. And yeah, just little quality of life improvements like that. I really feel like if they just, like, improved the controls, yeah, made it so you could use multiple different special weapons at once. All the type of stuff that they could have put into Mega Man Legends 3, god damn it. Oh, this is like probably the second or probably like the third or fourth time I've brought that up on stream. But yeah, super bummed out that Mega Man Legends 3 never ended up happening. And in fact, because that was going to be like a 3DS game too, wasn't it? So actually, that would have been like the sole reason I would have bought a Nintendo 3DS. I haven't actually bought a handheld. I haven't bought a handheld console since the or a handheld console, whatever. I haven't bought a portable system since the DS. Just because, yeah, I think portable gaming is, and yeah, I think I've talked about this before. Portable gaming is basically bullshit. Like, I would never play a portable game when, like, a real game, when the opportunity to play a real game exists. Oh yeah, we can switch up our buster parts now too. Probably want to keep the laser. Energy rapid seems like a plan. Good plan, and then some. Whoop. So yeah, if we had the vacuum arm equipped, we could just, like, suck up all of those refractor shards there without having to run around. But as you can see, I'm a master of running around already, so we can just grab these without any problem. Or I guess the one thing is if you're in combat with multiple enemies at once, it's easy to miss refractor shards then, because you're preoccupied with the other enemies. So yeah, in those cases, it can actually be really helpful to be able to just vacuum them up in like half a second. So yeah, blade arm, yeah, not great. Oh yeah, and we might actually be able to see a life shield break in a second here, so I can go explain that. In fact, yeah, this is exactly the circumstance I was talking about. Okay, so now the life shield. So you can see it when the life bar goes red there. I don't know why I'm explaining this, since Data kind of explained it already. But, god damn it. But yeah, you can see the life bar goes red there, and while the life bar is red, you'll take double damage from enemy attacks. And then the more hits you take over the course of, like, I don't know, an adventure, like, basically until the next time you get Data to repair your life shield, that red life bar will stay longer and longer until eventually it just breaks. So yeah, if you take enough hits from enemies, your life shield will break, and then you've just got permanent double damage until you either die or repair it. And that's what that shield repair item that Data gave me is useful for. Yeah, you can see, yeah, shield repair will get you your life shield back. It's not actually a huge thing since, like I've shown, it's kind of more of a late game thing. Because yeah, at this point in the game, we'll probably die before our life shield breaks. Like if we take enough damage to break the life shield, like we're probably already dead at that point. So it's like, what difference does it really make? We could actually, if we wanted to, we could actually take that item we just got and build the jet skates. But I don't think we need to just yet. Well, actually, Beam Saber is actually pretty decent for these guys right here. Because I've already shown off how the kick is useful for flipping these guys over, but it's a little bit dangerous because the range of the kick is so short that you'll usually end up just getting hit anyways. But with the Saber, yeah, you can see how much easier it is. Yeah, just like that. You got a little bit of a wider timing window to flip these guys over when they're coming at you. Although it kind of comes at the expense of the animation is much slower. Oh, fuck. So it takes a bit of learning, but like the animation, the timing of the animation. Oh, and actually now you can see my life shield is actually broken here. Whoa. Okay, so yeah, we'll actually get to show off that shield repair in just a second here. I think this is like literally the first time I've ever used a shield repair in this game. There's really no reason to, yeah, try to be a hero and get him when he's charging at me. But yeah, the Saber here is a little bit easier to hit those crab enemies with than the kick. That's like, yeah, pretty much the one thing that it's good for. I don't know, maybe the damage like goes off the scale once you upgrade it fully, but I mean, I'm sure I've done it before. Like I've upgraded I've done runs where I've just upgraded every weapon in the game to maximum. So I'm sure I've done it before. I don't remember what the results would have been. Yeah, and it seems like only the blade actually flips these guys over, not the beam. So actually it was kind of a waste upgrading the range on this thing in the end. And also this weapon is going to be completely useless against the boss of this area. But whatever.
Fine. From these readings, it looks like a starter key. That means there's probably a big refractor in here somewhere. Good luck.
Oh, actually, here's a question. Can we run and gun with the blade arm? Looks like no. Yeah, it looks like he'll stop moving to do that. That's a shame. That would be the one thing that could maybe redeem this weapon, is if you could like go like running and slashing at the same time. Oh, and that's something they could like do for like a Mega Man Legends 3. Just have like a really cool and in-depth like beam saber, where you're just like going around basically being Zero in 3D, where you're just like running around slashing fools with all kinds of crazy attacks. Oh, so much potential Mega Man Legends 3 had. I guess potentially to be realized someday in Red Ash. Who fucking knows? Stranger things have happened.
I'm not picking up anything on my monitor.
Yeah, I guess for you guys who don't follow this sort of thing. Oh, did I just interrupt roll there? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I honestly don't know whether I was apologizing to you guys or to roll there, but. So yeah, Keiji Inafune, like the sort of the creator of Mega Man, left Capcom a while back to start up his own company, Inta Creates. And he's done a few different games. I don't even know. Okay, this shit right here. We'll take a break from explaining that to explain this freaky shit right here. This area right here scared the shit out of me as a kid. A lot of that comes down to the effective sound design. I think I even pointed out how that sound, like, gave me freaking nightmares way back in the day. But yeah, that's because of these fuckers right here. Invisible charging enemies. You can actually still hit them when they're invisible, but yeah, they will just, like, charge right at you. And the only time they become uninvisible, or I guess visible, bit, yeah, redundant there, is when they go to charge at you. So it's like all you hear is like you're going around, you can't see a damn thing, you just hear stomp, 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 and then you suddenly hear them like barreling towards you. I don't know, this whole area just like freaked me out as a kid. And it turns out you don't actually need to, in fact, the way I would have done, I eventually figured out how to do this as a kid, was to you just like stand up top here, and then just shoot them from above, because they can't jump high enough to get up here. So what you do is you go down here to lure them out, and then when they charge at you, yeah, I think there's one of them, yeah, right down here. It's a little bit tricky. Gotta be like right on the edge, and then sometimes I would screw up and end up falling off and getting down there with them. Yeah, like something like this is like how I would have dealt with these guys as a kid. But yeah, that gave me like probably my first big jump scare in like my first big experience of a jump scare in any video game would have probably been those invisible dudes in this game right here. If you want to see what that looks like, me getting jump scared in a video game, I think the only time I've ever done it in a recording, and actually I wasn't on camera back in those days, but my Dark Souls 3 stream, or one of my Dark Souls 3 streams, I had a big jump scare, and I think it was the Dark Chapel, where this giant spider monster just like pounced down from the ceiling right on top of me. And I just like freaked the fuck out and had like basically a panic attack right there on stream, and it was kind of hilarious. Like I seriously, like my heart was going crazy, and I had to like basically run out of the room, not like the physical room, not like run out of my real life room right here, but like in Dark Souls, have my character like run out of the room so I could like basically pause the game and take a breather for like a minute. Will I just like get my heart rate down and just recover from what had just happened? And basically the same thing happened to me when I was a kid with these invisible guys. In general, though, I don't really get jump scared in video games. Like it's pretty rare that that'll happen to me playing any type of game, and in fact, it literally never happens in like proper horror games, like the games that are intended to jump scare you. And like be like, you know, frightening games like Resident Evil and stuff like that. I've never actually, or like Silent Hill, I think had the occasional jump scare even. Never get frightened by those types of games. In fact, that's the main reason why I don't play horror games at all, is that they just don't work at me in the slightest. Even like the supposed like psychological horror of like Silent Hill just does like nothing for me. So yeah, I really just don't play those types of games as a result. Just doesn't work for some reason. But I can get, but it's generally these kinds of, especially like dungeon exploration games, will actually give me the good odd fright now and again. These guys right here aren't scary. They're just freaking annoying and difficult. Okay, so yeah, those beams that they shoot at you actually do a lot of damage. Really, really don't want to get hit by those. But you've got limited space to move around right here. So it's actually, yep, right there. So I can take like 3 of those before I fucking die. So the trick I've actually found is to use cover. Like, just duck into the center bit right there. Or actually, the other trick that I've found is if you can get just one of them, you can deal with them one at a time. You can just circle strafe them the same way you can pretty much everything in this game. So yeah, that was kind of terrible right there. I lost most of my health, but thankfully the boss of this area is pretty easy. And yeah, spoiler alert, this dungeon right here actually does have a boss. The last one kind of disappointed us in that regard, but Yeah, this is, I think, or actually no, that's not true. I was going to say that there's, this is the first point in the game where you sort of learn that the sub-gates are connected to kind of the main ruins that you encounter throughout the island. It's actually not true, because after you get the jump shoes, you can find a part in the previous sub-gate that's connected to the main ruins also. But yeah, it's I don't know. I just found it really compelling back in the day, like how you gradually learn throughout just how like all of these different maps are connected over the course of the game. And it's, yeah, even like the mini dungeons scattered throughout the island are connected to the sub gates, and eventually you learn that they're even connected to the main gate, the final dungeon. Oh God. Hopefully this isn't going to be a problem. Nausea is just kind of kicking back in there. Is this actually going to happen? Am I actually going to puke on stream? I guess we'll see. Like, this isn't another drunk stream or anything. Like, I'm completely sober. And have been. Like I said on the drunk stream, I actually don't drink that often. Mainly just for special occasions and shitty occasions. Like losing my stream commentary, for example. Oh yeah, and the shitty thing about ducking into the side ruins there, of course, is that now we've respawned all of the enemies. Actually, Powered Buster would be better here. Because yeah, it actually is helpful to be able to deal with these guys at a good range. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, I think we're about to get fucked, fam. Oh my god. Okay, thankfully, like I said, this next boss isn't very difficult, so I think we'll be. I'm pretty sure we'll be fine here, unless I try to do something stupid and like beam saber the head, which might actually be impossible.
If I'm reading this right, there's a huge refractor there. We should be able to repair the flutter with one that big.
Oh boy. That sounds super exciting, but actually all it does is just give you access to another ruin. I mean, it's not like there's like this giant world map or anything to explore in this game anyways. Like, the support car can already take you anywhere on the island in an instant. So yeah, there's not like a thing where you can like fly the flutter around and land in places or anything. It literally just like takes you to one ruin later on. Actually, not even that later on. This is actually the one sort of bit of the game that breaks the cycle, because we actually do 2 ruins in a row coming up here. Again with the fake out, where it's like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? It's nothing! But then they do like a double fake out, where it turns out that it actually is something.
That's funny. No alarms or security devices? Be careful, Mega Man. I don't like the looks of this.
I think that's like the 3rd time she said that over the course of the game.
Mega Man, I'm picking up a Reaverbot signal. It came out of nowhere. It's a big one. The readings are going off the scale.
So like all this technology, and like really they can't attach like a body cam or something to Mega Man so that she can actually see like what's here in the ruins? Because, like, it was freaking obvious that that barrel was going to turn into a giant, like, boss monster, right? That was just really friggin' obvious. Actually, we're... Yep, actually cutting it a bit close here. We actually... Because, yeah, the thing with this guy is you can't... Yeah, you have to shoot him in the head. Except, yeah, you can't really get a good angle. So, actually, the best way to do it is to jump. And then you can get your shots in on him more consistently. I mean, I guess you can... And yeah, if you try to target this guy, it's just like nothing. You, like, won't ever get the right angle. Oh, shit. Yeah, this bit right here is tricky, too, where he's got the shockwave. So you've actually got to be constantly watching him for when he does that. And yeah, you don't necessarily need to jump away from him when he dives at you. But, like, sometimes you do. It depends on how close he is to you. If you're too close, then you'll need to jump. Yeah, this is not going well. What are we gonna do? Yeah, so what I want to do is I want to get some range. Because if you're too close to him, you can't get a good angle to the head. So what we're going to do is we're going to go... Yeah, we're going to go energy range, I think. Yeah, so that'll let us kind of sit back from him a little bit. Make it a little bit safer for trying to dodge his dive there. The thing is, it's, yeah, a little bit easier to shoot him. In fact, the most reliable way to get damage on this guy is to just, yeah, do it like this and just jump in place. And yeah, that's the most reliable way to get damage. It's a bit unsafe, though, because, yeah, if you get bad timing on the dive there, then there's no way to avoid it. Oh, fuck. Okay, so we're going for safe strats right here. Oh, hey, and he drops big life, too. Actually, maybe that's the trick. Maybe it's just that your life shield always gets broken whenever you go down to 0 health. Because, yeah, that is a thing in this game where you can't ever actually die if you have any health remaining. Like, any hit will always take you down to an empty life bar, and then you're kind of on your face at that point, and then one more hit will kill you. Now the thing is, these alligator things, this is probably the most difficult room in the entire game. You can actually just run through it if you want, especially if you go back for the dash skates, like I said you can do earlier. This is actually a really easy room. You can just dash through it without dealing with these guys at all. The thing is that they're worth a lot of money, and I kind of want a lot of money right now. Of course, the nice thing is that once they start shooting at you, they can turn quickly, but once they start shooting, their turning speed kind of lowers quite a bit. Oh yeah, we can switch back to our rapid fire. Equip for damage at short range now. Wait, wasn't there something that gives you like attack rapid or something? Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention it. That joint plug we got earlier is actually a really, really useful item. Kind of crucial, really, going forward. Yeah, I could have sworn there's... You know what? I'm not sure. I don't know what the right answer is here. Yeah, we'll go attack energy. I don't know whether attack or rapid is better at this point, but whatever. I mean, frankly, not getting rippled by fish alligator dudes is what's really important right now. But, yeah, certainly stronger buster attacks will help us with that a little bit. Get the money! We got blue ones! Oh yeah, look at that. Living on the edge. So yeah, two hits from basically anything. Like, it doesn't even have to be the ripple lasers. 2 hits from anything will kill us at this point. Oh yeah, the walls here are purple, which is like the same color, like on the map. They're purple, which is the same color they use to indicate drillable walls. Because yeah, this is the only like thing like this that you find in the game. It's like essentially just like an impassable barrier that you can shoot through, which sort of has potential as like an interesting, like I don't know, like an interesting thing to put in a level. Like you could like design a little room around that. But yeah, that's actually the only place that appears in this game. Oh shit! That actually dealt like no damage. I think it's because yeah, contact damage in general doesn't actually hurt you very much in this game, unless it's a specific attack, like where an enemy's charging at you, or something like that. Did we actually clear all this out? I mean, we got map squares unfilled, but I'm actually fine with that. We're never coming back here after this anyways. Oh yeah, we kind of got schooled by these guys the first time around, didn't we? Wouldn't that be just like the most embarrassing fucking thing? To die to these guys after all we've been through, to just die to these chumps right here. It's not even worth farming them, really. They don't drop that much money, and I can't really safely grab the money anyways. Like, there's a purple gem right here that we're about to miss out on. Oh, nope, we got it. Actually, there's big purple gems and little purple gems. I guess it's not just the color, but also the size that determines what they're worth. Yeah, blade arm is completely the wrong weapon here. I would love to still have my powered buster and be able to pick them off at a distance. But they actually drop health, so I think we'll maybe be fine. I think we're maybe not going to die here.
Mega Man. I made some apricot pie. Are you up for a slice when you get back?
She says that, but then she never actually delivers on it. I guess, I don't know, maybe Mega Man's just not a fan of apricot pie? And it's weird, too, how it's like, Mega Man is not a mute protagonist in this game. He has lines, and he says things, and he has, like, kind of a personality. And yet, for some reason, when he's, like, in the ruins here, like, running around, he never responds to roll. Like, he's just, like, completely silent. You never actually find out if he's up for a slice of apricot pie or not. I like to think that he's, like, just, like, fucking busy. He's just like, don't fucking bother me, roll. I'm in the middle of something right now. And he's actually just, like, super annoyed by her, like, incessant prattle when you're out exploring the ruins. Which is, like, actually, I guess, how it is for a lot of players who play this game. Especially the ones, like I said, who aren't, like, into kind of, I don't know, this game's unique charms. Yeah, people who don't appreciate... Those people who don't appreciate art. Yeah, would probably get annoyed by... Don't appreciate art and don't appreciate a good waifu. Would probably get really annoyed by, Roll's constant chattering in your ear throughout the dungeons. Me personally, I'd like to see even more of it. And we get another one of these meeting scenes.
Okay, I'm fresh out of ideas. You know, what bothers me most is that while we're sitting here, he's out there digging up all sorts of stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right, we got a rollerboard.
Teasel, you're going to burst. He won't lead us to the treasure. No one will, as long as that big door is still locked. All we have to do is make sure we get rid of him before then. Right? So what
That awkward pause after the fist pound just makes it for me. I love that.
All we're after is whatever's behind the main gate.
Everything about this scene, the mugs there full of green tea with their pictures on the side.
Then that will be our
Awkward
new
pause
plan.
after the fist pound.
We'll wait for him to open the main gate. We'll let him keep whatever he finds.
You never actually get a good look at Teasel's cup over there, though.
See. It'll be the Bonds who have the last
I think it just has like a T on it for Teasel. You tell him, boss. There's just, I don't know, I just love everything about that scene. It's completely pointless. Like, nobody, I don't think any player ever had the illusion that it's like, oh, we dealt with the Bonds on the lake. Guess that's the end of them. Like, no, we know that they're gonna be back and, yeah, trying to take us out and all that. Or I guess it just kind of foreshadows the fact that that you don't have to fight them before the next ruin. This is where they actually kind of break with the regular structure of the game, where it's actually, now that we can repair the flutter, we can go straight to the next dungeon. And there's actually nothing to be done. Like, we're literally, that's actually what we're going to do. Actually, that's not entirely what we're going to do. We're going to check the police station to see if there's anything new to do there, but... Oh, actually, I don't think she'll let us do that right now. I think if you talk to her, we'll just automatically go to the flutter repair. But yeah, honestly, that was just like a completely pointless scene right there. Where it's like, hey, it's the Bonds. They're still after the treasure. Here they are saying that just to make it... just in case you were uncertain of that.
Okay.
Finished. It's ready.
Okay, I'm all done here too. I'm going to fire up the engine, Mega Man. You grab that blue lever there.
Gotcha.
And this is another kind of pointless scene.
Yep, on my mark.
Ready.
like they need to show you something for
Now switch
repairing the
on.
flutter, yet they make like a whole thing about it.
Speed increasing.
They kind of try to build it up like this is like a super exciting moment or something too.
Initiating countdown. 3, 2,
Again though, I appreciate these kind of like quiet,
go.
Here goes.
like pointless character moments, especially in like a game like this where I'm like really into
Metastatic
the
field
characters
operational.
and all of that.
Reproduction active. Come on, fly.
So what was,
We're flying.
there's that weird face on the hatch again. They still got that busted wing on the bottom though. Like, was that thing ever useful for anything?
Worked. You did it, Roll. We're flying. We're flying.
Well, I still have a lot of work left, but we should be able to get around the island at least. And you know
Yeah,
we
Mega-
need to reach that cave now too.
Yeah, so
Let
yeah,
me
Mega
know when
Mega
you wanna
Man.
start a dig at the cave, and I'll take
Shut
you
up,
there
Roll.
at
I'm trying
any
to
time.
say something. So Mega Man makes it out to be like this super exciting thing. It's like, oh my, wow, we're flying. We can fly now. We can fly now. As if he's never frickin' flied before. As if they haven't been like flying around for like, gosh, who knows how many years before this, digging up stuff on all types of different islands. Oh, this bit here with the diary. He actually does it too. He's like, I know how NPCs work in this game. She's not going to turn over here unless we talk to her. So yeah, she's stuck in place. Oh no, but she got eyes on the side of her head too. They actually brought this back as a thing in the sequel, where in Mega Man Legends 2, Roll actually does keep a diary that you can like sneak into a room and read it over the course of the game. But yeah, Mega Man's like all super excited. It's like, it worked! We're flying! We're flying! And then Roll kind of brings it back down to Earth. It's like, yeah, but we're not quite flying enough to be able to leave the island. But I can take you to the next dungeon! Won't that be fun? Isn't that super exciting? And you know, it kind of is, because this is a fun game, and I like playing the dungeons here. Don't know if I've mentioned that yet. She says get around the island, but really the only thing you can do is go to the one subgate, the one remaining subgate, with the final, or it's not even the final key. It's not that we're really getting anything, that we're really progressing towards anything with these ruins. It's not like unlock the MacGuffin, it's not like grab the MacGuffins in the 3 ruins to be able to unlock the main gate. It turns out that, yeah, the key to opening the main gate is just in this final ruin here. It's just that we needed the refractors from the previous 2 to repair the machine that's going to get us to the next one. Oh, that's not our flower. Oh, that's right. We still haven't given Roll her gifts and all of that. We're going to have to get on that in just a second. Before that, though, we're going to save. Anytime now. I don't know what it is with the access times on the... It's like the load times in general seem to be improved on the emulator, just like in the games and stuff. The now loading screens don't last as long as they did on the original console. But for some reason, memory card access time is like way longer for some reason. Down. I guess just in case you, I don't know, forgot. What is that even supposed to indicate? Is that a Japanese thing? Oh no, it's telling you to pull it down. I see. I think. Yeah, it's like probably like a sliding lid or something. I don't know. So yeah, she's told us to go talk to Gramps, so that's what we're gonna do. I don't think he actually has anything useful or that interesting to say here. So yeah, we actually did visit the main gate earlier in this playthrough. And he's gonna fucking tell you anyways. I guess that's just there for button mashers who just like hammer through the text and accidentally say yes when they actually want to know. In fact, I think you actually get more dialogue for saying yes, because I don't think he says the whole like, oh, then you probably already know this thing. Like he just launches into the explanation. We haven't. I don't know why we get the option to say yes, but this is just a playthrough where we say stupid things. Why ask a question if you're not going to believe the answer? My mom used to do that all the time when I was a kid. Where it's like, oh, did you take out the garbage? Yes, I did. Don't lie to me. No, I did it. I actually did it. Why are you going to ask me a question if you're not going to believe the frickin' answer? Oh, hey, we just, yeah, drink it. I thought it was going to be an inventory item. I think that actually does refill your health there. But yeah, apparently they, like, I don't know, repaired the interior at the same time they got the flutter flying again. Like, I see no reason why they couldn't, like, why we couldn't have access to all this stuff before the flutter got repaired. It's like, did we really need the refractor shard to, like, you know, hang up the sheep painting? And yeah, somehow this vase survived, like, the whole crash landing as well. But, yeah, like, there's not really any good reason why we couldn't have gone in here before the refractor got repaired here. It's just, I don't know, kind of an arbitrary plot thing. Not that there's anything super exciting in here. In fact, it's mainly just this cactus. This cactus is probably the most exciting thing here. Oh yeah, so the thing about the cactus making a conversation partner, I don't know if this is like a Japanese thing, because I've seen this in other games, like Mega Man, or not Mega Man, but I got the two confused because it's Legend. Is it Legend of Mana? I think it's Legend of Mana was the one on PlayStation, where you also have a cactus for a conversation partner, where it's like your main character has this potted cactus in their room, and it's like an anthropomorphic cactus with like a face and arms and everything, but it just sits there silently. And then that's kind of a thing is you can get the cactus diaries, where it's like you talk to the cactus, and then once you leave the room, it'll get up and write a little journal entry about the adventure that you just told it. So you get kind of like a little cactus journal of all of the different quests throughout the game, and yet that's all. I don't know if these are like both going off the same thing, where it's like talking, like maybe conversation cacti were like a thing back in the time, because yeah, these games were released at around the same time too. So maybe like conversation cactuses were just like a fad in Japan maybe at around this time, or maybe it's just a random thing that two completely different games hit on at the same time. The other thing is that it also could be a Peanuts reference, like you know, the Charlie Brown and Snoopy cartoons, the Peanuts comic strip, because there's a character in those, Snoopy's brother Spike, who lives out in the desert alone with a cactus who he has conversations with, and that cactus is not like an anthropomorphic cactus that says anything. It's like just like this sad dog alone in the desert talking to a potted cactus. Or is it potted? Or it's not potted when he's in the desert, but when he goes out of the desert, he like carries it around with him in a pot. Spike is actually my favorite character from the Charlie Brown and Snoopy cartoons. I actually strongly identify with just Spike as a character. It's actually kind of sad, but yeah, just like the whole notion of just like essentially a hikikomori who lives alone in the desert, just like essentially talking to himself, but using a cactus as kind of a stand-in for a conversation partner. But that's like basically my life right now, with like, you know, Twitch streaming and all of that. That's basically what I'm doing right now, is just talking to a potted cactus. That's sort of how it, or not right now. It's actually a bit different now with Twitch streaming. But back in the day with the YouTube recordings, where it's like I wouldn't have like an audience or a chat or anything. Like I'd literally just be talking to the computer screen with no feedback, or no immediate feedback or anything. I don't know. Basically the same as talking to a potted cactus, isn't it? I don't know. At least I felt like it was. And then in addition to that, like I've talked before, how I don't really leave the house that often. Like basically just work and nothing else. Yeah, so you've got an R&D room here in the Flutter 2. There's nothing new to be done in here. It's exactly the same as the one in the support car. It's just a different color. But yeah, if we actually talk to Roll here, we're going to be able to get some new items. Ta-da! Oh, actually, Grand Grenade. That's actually going to be useful in the next dungeon. I forgot that you could actually make that right away. And yeah, so she says that, and it's a little bit misleading. You might think like, oh, there's these big impassable walls that we've run into this whole game. Now we can go blow those open with the Grand Grenade. That's actually not true. There's actually like one wall in the entire game that you can blow open with the Grand Grenade, and it's in the next dungeon. So it's a bit of a letdown there. When you think, oh, we can go through walls, let's go back and explore all of the barriers that we encountered. And actually, no, it won't break through those walls. Just the one in the next dungeon. Yeah, so we got the jet skates now. Which is actually not like a new... Like the jump shoes let us get to new parts of the ruins and explore new things. Oh yeah, we also got the joint plug, which gets the adapter plug, which is a very, very exciting new weapon, or new item, which basically lets us equip 3 buster parts instead of the 2 that we've... I don't know why I'm explaining this when she's just like... I guess maybe some of you guys out there are illiterate, or just can't read as quickly as I'm scrolling through the text. What do I think of that? I think that is, like, super awesome. Thanks a lot, Roll. Roll. And, okay, so yeah, the thing that I've missed out on so far is if you actually talk to Roll, yeah, you actually get the opportunity to give her these different gifts that you find throughout the game. So yeah, we found a flower, like, way earlier on. It's not really pretty at all. It's kind of an ugly flower. And it'll just go back and forth like this. Okay, I think it's a shitty flower, but whatever. Do you want this shitty flower? Thanks, Mega Man. And so that'll actually change it basically just changes the dialogue or the text box that you get for the flower that's already in her room. She just like throws out the old one and replaces it with the new one. Oh yeah, the ring. I think that was the other thing that we got. Did we find it underground? I thought we got it from the TV station minigames, but yeah, I guess it was underground. Yeah, it was just like literally dug it up from the dirt. Is it really that nice? Do they? I don't think they do, but I don't know. If you're a woman, I guess you can have it if it's so special. Oh, I'll treasure it always. Like, yeah, she's... again, I don't know what it is with JRPGs and giving you the option to say just, like, the mean thing all of the time when it makes no difference. But I do appreciate it. I do appreciate that the option is there, regardless. But yeah, that's all we've got. There's one more gift that we'll get for her later on, but I don't even remember when or where you get it. But what were we doing? Oh yeah, special weapons. I think we might be short on cash right now, though. We're actually not going to use the vacuum arm just yet, because like I said, we want the Grand Grenade for the next bit. So, okay, we definitely want to equip that. The question is, do we even bother enhancing it? Or we'll do whatever we can get cheaply, which is apparently nothing. Seriously? 100,000 for... Or I guess that's probably maxes it out, but even so. Jesus! No, okay, fuck the Grand Grenade. It can stay like it is. I don't give a shit. I am not putting in that much money for a weapon that I'm literally going to throw once and then just forget about for the entire game. Okay, but we are eventually gonna want to yeah, pump up the vacuum arm, so we'll actually take the opportunity to do that now, just to be certain of how much money we've actually got to work with. So yeah, this is a weapon that literally just sucks up refractor shards. It has no attack strength. Yeah, it's very cheap to upgrade too. Gets crazy range, it gets infinite energy. Oh yeah, suction speed is like how quickly the shards go towards you. Basically how quickly the refractor shards will move as you're sucking them in. If you can increase it to maximum, they basically just teleport to you. like as soon as you bring the weapon out. So great, now we can effectively just instantly gather all of the refractor shards anywhere on the map, practically, just by bringing this out. Unfortunately, you have to give up your special weapon slot to use it at all, but, like, special weapons aren't super useful when you're just exploring the ruins anyways, so, like, it's actually the one that I usually equip when I'm, doing dungeon runs and stuff. Oh yeah, and speaking of dungeon runs, so yeah, we didn't actually get anything new. Like I said, the Grand Grenade is kind of a letdown. It doesn't really quite do what they say that it does. So, and the roller skates don't let you get anything new either. Like, it's... Oh, right, we gotta equip them. Like, it's a really lovely convenience item. I love that it's in the game. But it doesn't actually let you get to any new areas that you couldn't get to before. Like, the jump shoes in the last dungeon actually let you, like, go to new places that you couldn't reach before. And actually, like, find new items and explore new parts of the ruins. Whereas we didn't actually get anything new to let us explore anything new out of that last dungeon. We just got this, yeah, the roller skates here, which are a convenience item. And that's basically it. Oh yeah, and we got the joint plug, which is the other super exciting item. So yeah, this will actually let us effectively, like, increase our firepower by 50% more or less. I think we actually want to go rapid too. Now I also want to see. Actually, right, there's a few. Okay, so there's a few subquests. I said that we're just going to go straight to the next ruins and do nothing else. But it actually turns out that there's some town subquests I kind of want to get started. I could just call the support car, but I want to show off the jet skates. So that's what we're going to do. Frankly, I think it might even be faster to just, like, roller skate up to the town anyways, as opposed to go, like, flipping through all the support car menus. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. She says we, but she's, like, literally the only person here. Like, does she have, like, a hidden, like, body cam or something that she's... Oh, no, it's research for a documentary. They're not shooting it. Okay, that's actually logical. Oh, I've really got to strongly resist the temptation to kick the can there. It's just a waste of time. Don't bother with it. We got all the money we need from just fighting robots at this point. Yeah, I don't think you need to actually talk to these people to sort of progress their little, like, sub-quest. Because basically later on we'll get the chance to help them out with something. I don't think you actually need to talk to them throughout the game to, like, open that up, though. Yeah, all the people in the stores have pretty much the same thing to say throughout the whole game. But yeah, these two, and yeah, another one of these sort of just, like, dialogue-only NPC subplots. I could have sworn that her dress was purple earlier on. I mean, I guess people can change clothes. Maybe that's just a thing. But yeah, there's sort of... The rivalry between these two bakeries is sort of another thing. Like a sort of, like, little bit... Like how the NPC dialogue just kind of progresses to make a little story over the course of the game. Yeah, these people all say the same thing. Hope I didn't, like, screw myself by upgrading the, Oh, she's asleep this time. But yeah, I hope I didn't screw myself by, upgrading that, vacuum arm. Because, yeah, I think there might be more stuff to buy at the shop here. Oh, there actually isn't. Cool. We can just save our money then. Ooh, or can we? I think it's actually smart to get the Kevlar jacket here. And then the last upgrade, yeah, 120,000 for the... And that's like the ultimate piece of armor you can get. That's like as good as it gets. I really don't think it's necessary, though. I mean, it's helpful if you're first going through the game and you're, like, not super good at it and have trouble, and if you're having trouble with like the bosses and stuff, then it can be helpful. But yeah, like nowadays I really don't ever bother wasting my money on the last armor upgrade. Oh, do I have to equip it again? Nope, we're good. Okay, for a second I was afraid that we were... Oh yeah, one thing I never actually got to show off. Can't believe I haven't done this yet, because I used to do this all the time as a kid. This was like one of my favorite things in the game. It was just the fact that you could, once you get the jump shoes, you can jump up on rooftops, which is it's actually required for a subquest bit later on in the game, or maybe even coming up right now in the game. I guess we'll check that out in a second. But I don't know, I just think it was so cool to be able to, like, just because if you compare this to something like Mario 64, like I don't know how to describe it. Like, you know, exploring 3D space and like having all these acrobatic moves and stuff. It's like really fun and cool in Super Mario 64, but there's just something that makes it a little bit more, I don't know, compelling to me. When it's like, even though you've got more of a limited move set in Mega Man Legends, I just think it's really cool how you've got like an actual little town here. I guess that's part of the appeal of stuff like Grand Theft Auto as well. Where or especially something like Crackdown, even, where you're actually like yeah, making big like superhero jumps. Oh goodness, yeah, definitely cut away from that. Can't show that in this PG-rated game right here. But yeah, I don't know, just something about... Oh hey, got hit by a car. I think, isn't that what Roll like actually just told us? It's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna give you these dash skates, make sure you don't get hit by a car or something. And then that's like literally like the first thing that we do as soon as we get them. I don't know who you're talking about, dude. My name is Hippopotamus. You must be thinking about another blue superhero who crash-landed on the on the island. It's gotta be some term for this thing that I do where I like just say the wrong words for things all the time. And I've noticed it at work too, where I'll say something that's like, just like the wrong word for something. And sometimes not even notice it, and then people get confused. And like, oh shit, I said, I don't know. Yeah, I think we've seen all this stuff before. Okay, we're actually gonna go to the police station now. Can I beat the bus? Okay, it doesn't matter. He's out of our way before we even get there. Man, they're still working on that condo right here. Oh, I guess although yeah, they are working on it. You can see it got like an extra level now. Yeah, that sort of like builds up over time when you're repairing the buildings there. Or after you've paid to have the buildings repaired. That must be the guy who smacked into me with the car right there. Throw the book at him, boys. Oh, this guy right here. He's undercover. Nobody knows. Oh yeah, that's true. I don't remember if I showed this off. Battle in Uptown. So that's Uptown is yeah on the lake, where that's the thing that we just did. Flutterflies again. Yeah. Oh, I can't believe I forgot to show that off. Yeah, you get like little updates here in the newspapers, like just describing all the stuff you do over the course of the game. I don't know what they report on like before you came to the island. Since there's apparently just like nothing going on here ever. Oh yeah, this is right here. Oh shoot, I'm actually gonna want to save before we go do this. Actually, no, I think we'll be fine. Little kid with a yellow face dropped something downtown. Dropped 3 things, and we'd all better run or something. So yeah, as far as the 3 little things go, I don't know. Do I want to save it here? It's actually possible to fail this side quest, like permanently. It's not super important. Your reward is basically just a couple buster parts that'll eventually become obsolete anyways. So it's not like a super big deal if you fail this. But yeah, it turns out that servbots are basically terrorists. So yeah, that was a bomb threat that came in to the inspector there. And so that's the thing here. This is basically like a timed scavenger hunt, where if you don't find the bombs in time, the greenhouse. And so the bomb locations are slightly randomized. So it's like the clues that the NPCs give you will be the same every time, but it won't always be the same location. Like she said, it's like, yeah, by the greenhouse, but it's not always going to be the same greenhouse every time you go through the game. So basically, the other clues that you get is, yeah, he says something about the roof, so we're looking at possibly a roof. Yeah, it's going to be on a rooftop somewhere. Sometimes it's that one. Oh, there's the first one. And I think the other one, it's like maybe in a garbage can or something. I don't remember. And I usually forget to do this side quest, because it's not like you're going to be like checking the police station on a like first-time casual playthrough. Like, yeah, you usually won't find this side quest until like way at the end of the game, when it's no longer useful. Like by the time the reward you get is obsolete. Shit, what did she say? So was that a greenhouse? That wasn't. So she said it's by a greenhouse. That guy said a roof. I think it's just lying on the ground somewhere. It's like sometimes it's back here. Shit, I think we're gonna fuck this up. I think a house is about to explode. Fuck! That's a permanent blight on our record, too, because now that building's gonna stay destroyed. Where the hell was it? So it looks like it was a greenhouse. I'm really tempted to go back and try to do that again, but I don't think that's gonna be necessary. Oh, what? It was right here? We must have walked right by it. Okay, so yeah, the inspector is not going to be happy about that. But, you know, we saved one house. It's like 50% is like a passing grade at some schools, right? And there were 3 bombs, so really that's like 66%. But yeah, the bomb, when you pick up the bombs, it's just stuff that Roll can make parts out of. Now, how pissed off is the inspector going to be? I don't think I've ever seen the bomb, like, be in that location before either. Like, I know there's 2 other locations that it can be that I was kind of scoping out. I think there's like a cash reward also that you get for finding all the bombs, maybe? I don't quite remember. Now, the question is, because I would almost always just like reload until I succeed at that. Question is, like, do we actually now have to donate for repairs, or will it just be repaired on its own, or is that just going to be like a permanent blight on the landscape? Oh, opening a restaurant. That's another little subplot that'll go forward through the rest of the game. The receptionist here just practicing her bow. to nothing over and over again. How old is this lady supposed to be? She looks a bit young for marriage, but I don't know. I don't know how they do things over in Japan. Or over on catalogs, for that matter. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I'm basically paid 1,500 zenny to be able to get this. And actually, they're pretty good buster parts that you get for that. Like, actually, yeah, we're actually going to show this off, like, just in a second. Okay, so yeah, you do item development, and then yeah, power. Then yeah, so this is Power Blaster L, and then we would have gotten Power Blaster R if we would have not fucked up the bomb thing right there. I don't know. Should we go back and do it? Sound off in chat if you want me to go back and do it, but otherwise we're just going to move on. Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's actually like a really good item for this point in the game. Like those two buster parts. Like, let's see. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think the other one is better, the one that we missed, but whatever. Yeah, it's not as good as I remembered. Is there anything else to do? Oh yeah, we need to go to the TV station. Again, I think it might actually be slightly faster to roller skate over there. Oh, for some reason I thought there was a gap there. Oh wow, they haven't even started on the repairs to that building just yet. Oh, whoops, this is the wrong side of town. We stepped into the wrong neighborhood. That's right, it's the west side that is the good side of town here. Okay, so yeah, now that we got the roller skates, there's one new minigame at the TV station. It's not quite as stupid as the other ones. Like it's not kick the dog into the dog. Yeah, I can run really good now that I've got these skates that require me, that let me not have to run anywhere anymore. That, whatever. I can explain the rules to you right here. You gotta race to the end using your jet skates. Though this is another kind of annoying thing, where it's like, just like with the dog thing, it's the same course every time. It's just they increase the time, or they decrease the time requirements. So it's like, even though I probably got the time that you need there for rank A, they still force you to go through the thing 4 times. Actually, I'm not sure. We kind of got hung up on something there. I think it might be 6 seconds for rank A. If so, this might... Or actually, the fact that we got... Okay, yeah, actually no. In that case, 6 seconds... It's probably more like 7 seconds. Yeah, it's going to be 7. So yeah, we've easily gotten the time that we... Oh, shit. Because, yeah, the button for using your jet skates is actually the same as the button to walk. It's just so it's, yeah, it's like circle and forward to walk, and then just circle to jet. Okay, so we actually, like, didn't quite make the 7 seconds a couple times now, so this might take a few tries. We'll try not to cock it up, but we might cock it up. Looks like it's going good, though. Hey, that's actually a new record. Oh, music box. So that's the last gift for roll, which I don't think actually has any reward. Like, I don't think you actually get anything for giving that to her. So it was all basically a waste of time. But whatever. Roll is cute, and I like giving her gifts. So I especially like giving her gifts and then telling her I'm not gonna give them to her. She's even cuter when you do that to her, I think. Yeah, and that right there is probably a good enough time for the rank A, but even so, yep, yeah, we're in the top 3. This is actually probably the funnest mini-game in the game. Like, I don't know, I got, like, god damn it. Never mind, I take that back, this is the worst minigame. This minigame fucking sucks. But yeah, I actually did, like, obsessively try to, like, beat those developer times. Like, break into the top 3. Oh, are you kidding me? Yay, we made it! Nothing went wrong. That was a perfectly clean run. You know, it's probably possible to, like, make the time grade even without going for those yellow pylons. I think I might even try that. We'll see how it goes. This one's pretty easy. That other one's kind of a pain. Yeah, easily we can make the 8 seconds without going for that second pylon. On the unit, I think, is just a buster part, so that's also kind of worthless. Technical course is a pain in the dick. This will probably take us a few tries to even complete the course. Will probably take a few tries. Then, of course, we'll have to do it 3 more times after that. Oh shit! Oh shit! Yep, that's... damn it. No, I didn't! Fuck you! Okay, we're gonna try that again. Son of a bitch. Yes, I actually did stray from the course that time. Oh yeah, so as far as the controls for this, so you basically just hold circle to accelerate, and then once you do, you can actually press on the D-pad to speed up or slow down. Like you can hit forward and back on the D-pad to control your speed. And then on top of that, you can also hit L and R to turn more quickly. No, I fucking didn't! Fuck you! We were so close! Oh, dang it, I hit the wrong button there. Yeah, fuck you. Straight from the course, my ass. I think this is like the only race that even matters, too. Like, I think this is another one of the parts for the shining laser that you get from the technical course. Oh, did I tell him I wanted to hear the rules? Dang it. Okay. And just like with the dog kicking, it's not like the balloon game where you can come back later with a better buster to sort of be able to do it more easily. Like we're basically just fuck off. And the problem is that part of the problem is the camera. Like, I can't actually see the next set of pylons that I need to get to half the time when I'm making these turns. There we go. Now let's do it 3 times more. So at the rate of... I didn't notice how much the time requirement went down there. But if it's just 1 second per level, then we should easily be able to make the A rank by the time we get to it. Fuck! Oh, I know why it's happening. It's because I'm going through the pylons twice. Because, yeah, if you go through the wrong set of pylons, then it'll disqualify you. So the reason that's happening is because I'm going back through the ones that I just went through. I'm, like, doubling back when I should be just going straight to the next set. There we go. Okay, so we had 20 seconds to make there. I really hope it doesn't go, like, all the way down to... Okay, it's going 2 seconds at a time. We're gonna need 16 for this one. Okay, how much can we optimize this? Okay, I used to play these races like crazy back in the day, trying to get the #1 spot on the, like, developer times. Fuck! Jump, Mega Man! Fuck. You know, I think it is actually worthwhile to go for those yellow pylons. Like, you save, like, way more time than you lose from, the little detour that you make there. The only problem is that they're so tricky to get that you're, yeah, likely to veer off course. Yep, 16 seconds. I don't think any of our runs so far have been less than 16 seconds. This is actually maybe, like, the most difficult challenge in the entire game. Just, like, of all of the things required to get, like, a 100% run of this game, this is probably, like, the hardest part of the game right here. Like I say, probably the hardest. I don't even think anything else comes close. Okay, let's get them all. Okay, we missed one. Go! Oh, yeah. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Okay, so we missed... You can miss one of the pylons, I guess, but yeah, we just barely made that. 1/4 of a second. And it's a shitty museum piece. I'm pretty sure that goes in the museum. So I guess in the long run, it's going to go towards the shining laser, but, yeah... Oh well, we got the music box for roll. That was actually probably our best reward out of all of that in the end. Oh yeah, there's a thing you can do at the hospital too that you can maybe start right now. I don't remember exactly when you can start doing that one, but we'll check it now just in case. Okay, nothing in that one either. Shit, I can't find... There it is. I was gonna say, I can't find the door either. Yes, it is. Thank you. Oh, was that wheelchair girl over there? Yep, there she is.
You from another island?
Nah.
That's not true. I saw you on TV. You're the guy who saved the city from those
Yeah, and it's
pirates.
just like I said, they never put people from this island on TV.
Just you wait and see. Once my leg gets better, I'm gonna go all over. The nurse tells me that if I keep working hard with the rehabilitation...
This sounds like the museum curator.
No time.
I bet that it's the same voice actor.
Come over to my room sometime and tell me stories about where you've been. It's so boring just staying in my
Or maybe it's just something with the voice direction. Like, the way that she... Like, the cadence of her voice, even though, like, the pitch is a bit different. Like, she delivers her lines the same way the museum curator does.
Wish I could.
Oh, yeah, and again, just, like, telling her the truth just, saves a bit of dialogue there. Okay. Let's go to her room. This is actually like a really simple little subquest right here. I don't think we have enough money to finish this one right now. Oh, or maybe not. Oh yeah, that's right. I think you have to go to City Hall. So that's basically the thing, is you need to buy some new equipment for the hospital to, yeah, fix this little girl's legs. Do we... 25,000 might actually be enough. I'm just gonna go see that now. And again, I think it might be a thing like with the city repairs, where you can like do it in installments if you want to. So yeah, we can just dump all of our money into hospital upgrades right now. What the hell? Do it. Do it! Don't think twice, just jump. Oh, apparently she's just, I don't know, was like sleepwalking or something and ended up there. Oh yeah, that's right. That reminds me. There's actually another like really obscure, out-of-the-way subquest that most people probably missed their first time through the game. I actually missed this one too. I only ever found out about this by reading about it on Game FAQs. This is the guy. This is the fucking guy right here. So, yeah, Super Bunny Hop, who is like a YouTuber who does like YouTube, like game criticism and stuff, did a video on this game. And he kept on harping on this one NPC about how he just says, "What do you think?" without any context or explanation or anything. And he used that as like a sort of way to hammer and complain about the game's translation and how shitty it was. And he kept on harping on it. Like, he kept on returning to this over and over again, just making it a running gag. What do you think? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but like, this is obviously a joke, right? Like, this isn't a mistranslation or anything. Like, it's just a joke. He asks you, "What do you think?" And you have to say yes or no without any context or any idea of what he's talking about. Like, it's just a silly little joke, right? This is like the type of thing that they put throughout the whole game. This is like totally in keeping with like the style of like the NPC dialogue and the humor and stuff, right? Like, I don't know, or maybe I've never, like I said, I've never played the original Japanese version, and even if I did, I wouldn't be able to understand it. But like that's just what's going on there, right? It's just a gag. It's not like a mistranslation. And yeah, I don't know. It just like irritated me, and he kept on bringing it up as like emblematic of like the game's like jankiness or whatever. Just the fact that this NPC says, "What do you think? Yes, no." It's like, no, it's just a joke, you dipshit. Anyways, that's my rant about the one random Super Bunny Hop video. So this is the subquest we were going towards. And I think I'll pass. Okay, he's not as amusing when you refuse his requests as some of the other NPCs. And so yeah, sure enough, it's a bunch of fetch questing. I actually don't remember where to get all of this stuff necessarily. You've got a hard hat, you have tools, right? Do you have a pickaxe? Hey, archaeologist, you'd be the type of dude to have a pickaxe, right? I guess not. Actually, are there people in these buildings still? I think the junk store people are actually, like, still, like, in this building here. Like, yeah, they've just permanently set up shop here. They've opened up another branch, moving up in the world as a result of all the shit I'm buying from them. It's like this whole town's economy is just basically just centered around Mega Man. It's like I pay for all the building repairs, I pay for the hospital equipment, I buy all of the shit in these stores that nobody else would ever pick up. Like, who else in this town, really, is gonna buy, like, Buster parts? Like, seriously, they are literally made for me. Nobody else in this universe has a Buster! Like, there's, like, why would they even carry this shit? Actually, I wonder if that's actually true. I'm trying to think now if there's any other characters in the game. Actually, there's a dude we meet in Mega Man Legends 2, Claymore, who's like kind of a treasure hunter type dude, who actually has like his own like sort of Buster arm, kind of. I'm just checking to see if we can get the bug now that we're Requisitions Officer. Yeah, I don't think the bug shows up until yeah, I don't think you can get the Stag Beetle until you finish fixing up their clubhouse, because they'll want that later on. Actually, I'm curious. I think there's like literally nothing here, but I don't know. We'll just check and see. Nothing but us butterflies. Oh no, there actually is a dude here. Oh wait, is there... Oh my god, there's actual, like... Yeah, there's like a bunch of NPCs down here. Made like their own little mosh pit or something. I don't think that's actually what a mosh pit is. I just saw a big hole and a bunch of people in it, and I thought mosh pit. Yeah, this is it, apparently, yeah. Closer ruins. Party people in the place to be. Am I a bird? Can I just fly right up there? No. Fuck off. Take your own picture. Yeah, why don't you do that? Have you just been sitting here this whole time waiting for... And again, not just the town's economy. People can't even take pictures without me freaking around, being around to do the dirty work. This town will just like burn itself to the ground without me around. How... I don't even understand how they possibly could have lasted this long. Yep, he's right. It's a dead end. Okay, so wow, there's like actually people here for no reason. Again, I learned something on this playthrough. I mean, there's nothing productive to be done there. There's not like a new subquest or anything that we unlocked. But yeah. People in the Morrow Wolf Pit. Who'd have thunk? What were we doing? Oh yeah, I need to figure out where the frickin' pickaxe is. I think I know the NPC who has it, but I don't know where he is. He's like the dude in black, I think. He's in like a black shirt and overalls. I think he's hanging out at the junk store, maybe. Or maybe it was this guy. I think this guy gives you, like, a different tool. Oh, a pick? Well, this is the guy. Okay, never mind. Because, yeah, that was the guy who was saying, you can borrow my tools. I could have sworn that it was a saw that you borrowed from him, but I guess not. Because, yeah, they're gonna need other tools to sort of upgrade the clubhouse further. I actually should have started on this side quest, like, way earlier, because there's, like, some downtime where you have to wait for them to... because this is basically the way it works, is you just get them tools, and then they upgrade the clubhouse. And yeah, it's like... But you gotta go through like a couple upgrades, and it takes a while. Like, it doesn't happen instantly. Like, I can't even just leave this area and come back and have it upgraded. I think it's time-based, maybe? So, yeah, I think now, finally, it might be time to go to the dungeon. I think. Is that actually true? Is there anything else on the old checklist here that needs to be done? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. And now we're basically caught up to all the stuff I did on the muted stream as well. So yeah, now we're like basically just free to check the stream and find out that we're muted again. Nope, I can see the thing moving up and down. We are fine. Right, so the next thing to do actually is head back to the Flutter. So yeah, we didn't get a mission to break up sort of this ruin dive from the previous one. Or shit, is it Cardon Forest, or... I think it's Cardon Forest. Oh yeah, we gotta give Roll her new music box, too. Oh, that's kind of silly. You actually have to be in the R&D room and talk to her there in order to give her gifts. That's a bit dumb. I'm a fast runner. No problem for me. Okay, fine. That's the answer she's fishing for. She's just gonna drag this out endlessly until you tell her that you want it for her. What else does she have to say now? Oh yeah, I think we saw that already. Typical of women, I think. And yeah, so now when you're in her room, or you hear this music. Oh yeah, and the thing with the flower, it's the flower you gave Roll. She apparently just threw out the other one and put this new identical looking one in its place. I don't think the ring, like, amounts to anything. Like, that's, I don't know. I guess that's a question Mega Man is really interested in, apparently. You can see what? See the music machine. Okay. But yeah, I don't think that the ring actually appears anywhere. You just kind of have to assume that she has it on... Or can you see it, like, on her hand or anything? I swear this is not a perverted thing. We're just looking at her hands to to see if she has the ring on. It doesn't look like it. Oh, well. Actually, the music here, this is actually another piece of classical music. Actually, I think it's another Chopin... or I'm just going to say Chopin, because that's how it looks like. I'm just going to pretend that it's ironic. This is another, Chopin piano piece, which they have another one of his in the CD shop. I think it's just called the Classical Music CD. I'm actually curious now. We can kind of compare it to our old time. So yeah, we're actually about an hour faster than when I like did all this on the first playthrough. And of course, we actually did some extra things because I didn't do the bomb side quest or the clubhouse thing either on the previous sort of failed muted run. So yeah, we're actually making decent time this time around. But yeah, you guys can just relax and enjoy the soothing music box piano music here. Okay, that and the soothing sight of just roll right here. And when we come back, yeah, I'm going to go for a bathroom break and refill my tea. And yeah, when we come back, we'll go into the next set of ruins. And I guess, yeah, just hang in till then.